I'm wrapping up my series on Mr. Cooper, The Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. I didn't get all the way through the document, so please do so for yourself at his website. I just wanted to illustrate what Mr. Cooper was trying to tell us. His account, because of his involvement with the intelligence community, is very detailed and rightfully so. But to summarize what we have learned so far, and because of circumstances we're in, I'm referring to certain groups or things by another name, the all-seeing eyes have had an agenda for a long time. This agenda connects back to Mystery Babylon through occult practices and worship that the all-seeing eyes have kept secret from us through societies, corporations, and organizations. All of the technology we see and use each day was deliberately designed to ensnare us in this technology, frequency, and electric web they created. It was never designed for our convenience or our betterment. They see us as cattle. We are the economic model that they manipulate. It is an elaborate illusion that only exists in our minds from their words. You see, they have been studying us through psychology, medical, educational, our consumer use. We are lab rats. They have conducted all kinds of experiments on us for decades to conclude our predictive responses, to reach a predetermined reaction. They have to control us for their plan or agenda to work. And they have done this through different mind control techniques, like MKUltra. They do the mind control through education and religion. Religion is teaching. They're teaching us what they want us to know. Medical and medicine is inspecting our bodies and prescribing us big pharma. Psychology is inspecting our minds through therapy or counseling. Our consumer purchases lets them see our likes, our dislikes, visual and audio influence like movies and music. All of these things used together, along with other things, I'm just naming a few here, is how they've been able to predict what our responses will be. And whether we have given them this consent or not, they're still using it against us. And they do it both ways. They do it through consent. For example, if you go to a counselor, therapist, that kind of thing, that is consenting, or if you consent to watch a movie. But they also do it through subliminal means and through subconscious means of mind control. And this is just to name a few. When we begin to understand the illusion they've had us in through all of these and many other techniques, then we can begin to see clearly what this quiet war is and the silent technology weapons that have been designed and are being used against us. What can we do about it? Well, I know the first thing we have to do is wake up. We have to understand what exactly is going on around us. We have to be alert and aware and awake before we can do anything. And so I couldn't say it better myself than Mr. Cooper. So I'm going to leave you with his words. And I hope that you will join me as I continue to research further. I believe my next video is going to be about being the author, how they have controlled the narrative, and how far back do you really think all of this goes. But anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. Please stick with me on these research digs that I'm doing. I'm going to leave you right now with Mr. Cooper's words, because no one said it better than he did.
If that's what it takes to get them to go examine what I'm telling them to find out that it's right. You see, I don't care how it's done as long as they wake up. If I have to be the bad guy that they're going to hate for the rest of their life, that's okay with me if I wake them up. But when I'm here talking like this, about my mission, because you're awake already or you wouldn't be here. You see? There's a difference between the people here and the people that I'm talking to over those airwaves. Big difference. An awful lot of you are steady listeners of the Hour of the Time and have been probably for many years. And when I'm talking on the radio, I know who you are and I'm not talking to you. And I know that when you're listening and I talk about the sheeple, the stupid sheeple, it doesn't make you angry. You know why? Because you know you're not stupid sheeple, don't you? The person that gets angry has verified that I was right. Because he wouldn't get angry if he didn't know in his heart that he's a stupid sheeple. You ever been walking down the street and somebody comes running out and says, bank robber, stop that bank robber. Do you start running? Why don't you start running? Because you're not the bank robber, right? You get angry? No. Do you pay attention? Most of the time, if you're from a big city, chances are you don't even look around, right? Now, if you're from a small town where I'm at, I mean, people will come running out in the street to see the bank robber. Because it's a small town and not much excitement goes on there, unless the IRS comes to mess with me. So, what I'm going to talk to you about today comes from my heart, from my experience in life, from playing this role as messenger, which I take very seriously, from my efforts to wake up the American people, from my family, from all the letters that I get, the people that I talk to, just like I've talked to many of you here today. I've learned some things, and I think these things need to be passed on to you. And I think you need to start examining yourself, your agenda, your mission. Who are you? What are you about? What do you believe about America? Is it true? Are you helping to divide us more? Or are you helping to bring us together? Do you really understand what this country is all about? And I know this is going to make some of you angry. That's okay. I know that it's going to open some doors for some of you. I hope that it'll bring us all a little bit closer together. And I hope that everybody, once you've examined your own particular agenda, will try to make it fit better into what we should really be doing.